Now that we've walked through the heading, the subheadings, the picture, the text boxes, and the caption, we are ready to start reading because we know what the story is about. Okay? So, Judy, are you ready? I'm going to read first. You're going to listen, and then we're going to read a second time, number 2 time, we're going to read, and I'm going to let you repeat after me. Okay? So, first time, just listening. The top of the world. A historic climb. Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay stepped carefully along the frozen ridge. One wrong move and they would drop off the side of the mountain. Between them and the top of the mountain was a sheer wall of rock. Hillary wriggled up between the rock and ice. At the top. Once above the rock step, they climbed a snowy dome and stood on top of Mount Everest. It was 11:30 a.m. on May 29th, 1953. These two men had just made history. While Hillary took photographs, Norgay buried offerings of chocolate and biscuits to the mountain gods. Caption: For more than 150 years, Mount Everest has attracted climbers who want to stand on the world's highest peak. Text box. A few more whacks of the ice axe in the firm snow and we stood on top. Sir Edmund Hillary. Offerings. Gifts to the gods to give thanks or ask for something. Okay, so now we have a little bit of an idea of what is happening, okay? When did this happen, Judy? Wow, I can tell you can find the text very fast. You can find the words very fast. Excellent. Who climbed the highest mountain? Yeah, they climbed the highest mountain. Excellent. Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay. And you said that right. That is very, very good. And I have another question for you. How do you think the author does not write it? Okay, he did not write it, but that's okay because we can make guesses. Okay, how do you think Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay felt when they got to the top? How do you think they felt? How did they feel? Yeah. What word tells you that they might have been a little scared? What word tells you that? Is there a word that maybe gives you a hint that they were a little scared? How about this word? Stepped carefully, right? So are they going up very fast and running up the mountain very quickly? No, they're going very slowly and carefully. Why do you think they're going very slowly and carefully? Yeah, they'll fall. Drop off the side of the mountain means they would fall. Okay? Now, Judy, why do you think that we're reading about this mountain climb? Why is this mountain climb important? Why is it an important part of history? It says These two men had just made history. What do you think that means, to make history, and why is this mountain climb important? Good. Yeah, you know what? You are right. They were so careful climbing the mountain that they were successful. They made it to the top. Okay? But the most important part, and the author did not write this, but the most important, and this is why you can guess, the most important part is they were the first two men to climb to the top of Mount Everest and survive. Do you understand what I mean by survive? Survive means not die. They lived to tell the story. So they made it to the top, and then they got down safely again. So they went home after, and they were fine. They were the first men ever to do that in history. Edmund Hillary was the first man, and Tenzing Norgay were the first men to touch the top of the mountain and live. That's very big history, okay? And we're going to read more about that and what happened after, okay? So let's read together. The top of the world. Good. A historic climb. Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay stepped carefully along the frozen ridge. One wrong move and they would drop off the side of the mountain. Good. Between them and the top of the mountain was a sheer wall of rock. Hillary wriggled up between the rock and ice. Wriggled. Good. 好棒. Good job. Next one. Next page. At the top. Once above the rock step, they climbed a snowy dome and stood on top of Mount Everest. It was 11:30 a.m. on May 29th, 1953. These two men had just made history. While Hillary took photographs, Norgay buried offerings of chocolate and biscuits to the mountain gods. Buried offerings. Good. Now let's read the caption. For more than 150 years, Mount Everest has attracted climbers who want to stand on the world's highest peak. Attracted climbers. Peak. Good. A few more. Okay, so next text box. A few more whacks of ice, of the ice axe in the firm snow, and we stood on top. Sir Edmund Hillary. Axe. Firm. Offerings. Gifts to the god, to give thanks or ask for something. Wow, very good. You worked so hard. Excellent. Good job, Judy. So what I'm going to do is